Yes, can a man really be faithful to only one woman? I know this is something that so many people have been asking themselves. And today I have an expert with me, Agre and Shekanabo, to tell us really whether a man can be faithful to one woman. Do you believe it? Is it possible? And if not possible or possible, how is this handled? You're most welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you. You know, I always feel happy having you on my podcast
Thank
every time because some of the topics we discuss are always very controversial, and I know you like controversial topics, but not controversial, so we say, giving information to people. So today, the question is,
Yes.
agree,
Yes.
can a man really be faithful to one woman? Is it possible? Is it acceptable? Or in reality, does it happen?
Happen. So, I've been wondering why you always choose the hard topics that
Yeah.
you want me to discuss.
Because of your seniority, that's why I choose such
Uh,
topics.
I think for me it's not a question of the seniority, but probably sharing my
Yeah.
experiences and what I've seen,
Yeah.
what I've seen right from uh, and of course, as I said earlier on, we have a book club here at Nalia called the Nalia Book Club, and our tagline for the book club is there would be no issue that we cannot discuss.
Yes.
And we put it in Luganda called Tuchogereko.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. One of the things that about this man being faithful to one woman, I look back to the community I grew up in Obunyaruguru, Rubirizi district, both in Kichwamba and in Chambara, Chenzaza. I look at the men now. One of the things that I witnessed was this that this man is having. Today they call them side dishes.
Yes. The side chicks.
A side chick or side hen or side, whatever the term that they may use.
Yeah.
Now, what would have been a side, whatever side vegetable or side woman, they would end up marrying them. There was, even in some places in Acholi where I have worked, this business of having another woman who is not known and things like that.
Yeah.
Even in some of the songs that we grew up listening to, Pius Vakewa, songs like Nkachakara Nadina, Sente Zona Yazimaraho. In that song, is the singer is saying that he went out and Kuchakara had lived free lifestyle and things like that, and then eventually the money was finished. But also when we look at the songs of Eli Wamara, where he talks of did you marry Ali? Did you, in one of those songs, he says, nalwawo okuwasa kubanga balejjalejja banyonyolanga. You know, like there were these freestyling. I think these days they call it freestyling.
Yeah.
That he could have. So he delayed to marry.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the individual musician, but the musicians contextualize these things. The writers contextualize these things. When you look at Okot Pabitek, when he talks about his wife, the actual wife, and then Tina in the Song of Launa, Song of Achol, there is always the second woman who who is berated, who is so. I probably think that man is not far away from an animal.
Yeah.
And I worked with an organization that was in the animal world, livestock management.
Yeah.
And you found that if you're keeping a bull, you must have a certain number of cows,
Yeah.
or goats that you must keep, so that this bull must meet a certain quota, for lack of a better word, of servings.
Yes.
That if it does not get those servings, it becomes violent in the kraal.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, is man so different from
These are the animals.
animals?
Yes.
We will moralize these things.
Yes.
We will moralize, we will talk about these things, and you would say, maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah.
Even when you look at in the book of Corinthians, second Corinthians, I think chapter 7, Paul talks about the issue of marriage,
Yeah.
as an escape of immorality, because he was asked on the question of marriage.
Yeah.
And he says, it would have been good for man not to marry.
Yeah.
But because of too much immorality.
Yeah.
So if you look at Paul's teaching, and probably we do not get to know, but for those who have taken theology deeply, they will get to tell you that actually Paul was married and eventually abandoned marriage and committed himself to serving Christ.
Yeah.
And from Saul to Paul, and he chose, and he was actually a Pharisee.
Yeah.
Very traditional and things like that. And so he says, because of too much immorality, every man must marry. I have also seen in some instances and say, you cannot remain unmarried. You come and we suffer together.
Yeah.
As if marriage
is
a place of suffering.
Yes.
I have always said, please let's not use our bad experiences to define or to have a blanket definition.
Yeah.
One will tell you, no man can remain faithful.
Yes.
But there are others who will say, it is possible to remain faithful.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at my community where I come from, Bunyaruguru again, there were two types of men. Men who were committed to their wives were, some of them, and I'm not saying all, some of them were committed to the church, to the Catholic Church, and so they were Banyamurwa, they were of a certain responsibility in church.
Yeah.
And so, but at the same time, children born out of wedlock, it is of recent that could actually become priests.
Yeah.
And in Bunyaruguru, if you wanted to amount anything, then you better become a priest.
Yeah.
Or aspired to be one. Or even the good schools after primary were to go and join a seminary. And which one was that? Chitari Seminary. And it was offering the best of education.
Yeah.
So parents chose to be having one wife and remain maybe faithful to those wives because it was a gateway, so that you do not deny your children an opportunity to go in a seminary. So for men who wanted their children to have good education through the seminary, they stuck to one wife.
Yeah.
And so there was that. There was a control mechanism. Then there were another set of men who were not economically strong.
Yeah.
Those could only afford one wife.
Yeah.
Then those, they would even tell you, but you can, how do you have two wives when you cannot, when you're not able?
Yeah.
You're unable to have to take care of one wife and maybe her children. How do you get a second one?
Yes.
So if you look at the families in the community that I come from, those that had one wife, either
You're poor.
they were poor or they were strong Catholics and wanting their children to join the seminary.
Okay.
So that is how I'm looking at that element. Now, biblically, it is in the New Testament where we see faithfulness linked to Christ and the church.
Yeah.
That you are faithful as Christ is faithful to the church.
Yeah.
Okay? And so we look at that faithfulness from that perspective in the New Testament.
Yeah.
But when you get an opportunity to read the Bible,
Yeah.
it is of recent that, by the way, communities began to read the Bible themselves.
Yeah.
The men of God in the Old Testament, I think Adam is the only one who had one wife.
Yeah.
I seem not to quickly, there seems to be no other man.
No, because Adam,
Yes.
Why wouldn't he have one wife? Because it's only Eva that was
Created for him.
It was Eva who was available at the moment,
and created
at the time.
for him,
Yes.
Although I have always asked that when they had their children, and the one killed the brother,
How
they put a mark on Cain so that when he roams around, he's not killed. And I have always asked, killed by who?
And how did they even produce? I mean, give birth to
yeah, they've given birth, but my question is, put a mark on Cain so he is not killed. Killed by who?
Yeah.
The Bible, of course, and of course the theologians will tell you, if everything was to be written in the Bible, everything about the Bible was to be written, that there would be no any other book. But we look at God creating man and woman.
Yes.
One. And even the verses that are there is that's why a man leaves his mother and father and gets to his wife, and then yes, they become one. Then other verses in the Bible, it is the only reference book that I can refer to. The other is in the book of Genesis. And then now we also look at, people will use the same Bible, that you see there's a conflict in the house of Abraham when he gets Adam couldn't wait and wait until Sarah and wait on God until God would provide for them a son, Isaac. Now, so when Sarah or Sarai and Abram or Abraham, who eventually becomes Abraham, choose to get a maid servant to produce for him another child, Ishmael, then that is the beginning of conflict. That the idea is that they did not wait on God, and then the family gets a conflict. That's one line.
Yeah.
Now, when we still use the same Bible, the men of God, and I haven't yet read a verse in the Old Testament where God condemns his men who eventually had more than one wife.
Yeah.
I haven't read that.
Yeah.
And our viewers can point us to that.
Yeah.
It is in the New Testament where now Christ says, I have come not to do away with the laws of Moses, but to perfect them.
Yeah.
So where there were imperfections, he comes to perfect them. But we are on a journey.
Yeah.
Since 2,000 years since
Yeah.
Christ,
So many things are
you
changing.
know, and we haven't
Populations are growing.
been perfect.
Yeah.
So it's a journey of even this idea of faithfulness, of a man being faithful to one wife or to one woman,
Yeah.
is a journey.
Yeah.
And many of us are still on that journey. Otherwise, then what business would the church have?
Of conducting marriages.
Not even that. What
Yes.
do they preach about?
Yeah. What would they preach
What
about?
would they preach about?
Yeah.
Because actually, the unfaithfulness of men gives the church business.
Business and what to preach about.
I am looking at business.
Now, you've brought out different categories. I think the viewers should be able to be picking what you're trying to mean.
Yes.
In this case, let's take out poverty.
Yes.
You said it's either that person was connected so much to the Catholic Church or to church.
Yes.
Only during day, because at least if we brought up the darkness, even those whom we think are connected to church probably are not. Okay. And then a second point you brought up is poverty.
Yes.
Okay. You are a poor man,
Yes.
and definitely if you're lucky that you pick one wife, you're lucky to keep faithful.
Yes.
Now let's take out the money and say money lands into the hands of this poor man. Does faithfulness stop there? Because the money is available now. And are you trying to say it's only conditional that the man is faithful? But if those conditions are taken away, man is not faithful to one woman. Is that what we're trying to say?
I think so. You see, again in the book of Proverbs talks of talks about Lemuel. The mother talks to Solomon and says, "Son of Lemuel." And it is the mother, by the way, talking to the son to be careful about women.
A mother talking
to the son,
be careful about women.
Women.
And it's common in our communities here.
Yes.
Our mothers are always warning us about
women. As if they are not women.
As if they are not women. Because
so probably they know.
Yes.
Maybe men would be faithful if they were faithful women.
If they were faithful women. So it means, as you said, there are no faithful men. The low chances are there.
Because who do they go with?
Yes.
And I've not crossed to this modern I haven't crossed, and I hope I may not cross.
Yeah.
Of men and men and men and men and women, women and women.
Yes.
I'm looking at the heterosexual structure.
Yes.
Men are unfaithful with who?
Yeah.
Are they? I mean, this for me is the issue. That actually, while we were saying that there is this unfaithful man, then there is also some unfaithful woman somewhere.
Yes.
And so, but also I am coming back to say, okay, so I know a colleague out there, and probably she's watching.
Yeah.
She's like, can a man? So, and we're talking about it, and to say, man, is a man different? Man, the physical man, is he different from a bull?
Yes.
Because we're saying, if you have 5 cows, you need 1 bull.
Yes.
So it can be able to serve these cows very well. Otherwise, if you say 1 bull, 1 cow, you will have a problem.
Yes.
You will have a problem in your crowd.
And the bulls are always few, by the way.
So it is from the animal kingdom. If you look at, say, the Uganda cobs, the gazelles, you will find there are fewer bulls than the females. But also, let's look at the survival rate.
Yes.
in the animal world, there is actually higher levels of infanticide. If you look at the hippos, when a hippo, a female hippo, or cow, it is also called a cow, produces a male calf, it actually runs out of the herd.
The herd, yes.
It gets out of the herd and goes away. If you ever go to any lake, Lake George, whichever, or maybe Lake Mburo, and you find there is this mother hippo with its young one, and it is secluded from the herd, it is usually taking care of the male child.
Yes.
Because what happens is that the males, the now which would be the dominant, would want to kill these ones. So there is actually, and it is true that the males get to die more. Their survival rate in the animal kingdom, maybe the medical people would tell us the survival rate of the girl child, of the baby child, and the survival of the boy child, from infancy, from 0 years to 5 years. How many children do we lose that are male compared to the girl?
Maybe in the animal kingdom, it's because there's a lot of fights. Like as you see the buffaloes, they're always fighting. And then it makes their survival rates so high, low. Sorry,
So it could probably also be the same in the human life, but somebody needs probably or has done research around that. The point is, faithfulness is attainable.
Attainable, yes. At what circumstances is faithfulness attainable? In Russia.
There, just as the movie that says a few good men.
Yes.
There are a few good men out there.
Because of poverty?
They may actually be having the money.
Yeah.
They could even be not held back by any circumstance.
Okay.
And there are a few good men who are faithful to their one wife.
How do we identify them? Because if you look at this, somebody goes and say, I want a God-fearing man, and I want a man who is a saved man, okay, born again. And that's what they think, that you must be born again, and a man who, God, who respects God first. And then many are disappointed that they pick a man who is born again, and who is, even adding that he's a pastor. At the end of the day, they find that they are disappointed. Then they go to the other side. They may look for a man who is poor, who doesn't have much, who will have me as the only wife. And then they get there, they realize that even this man who has no money, who is poor, is actually having another girlfriend who is of his level. Or when he gets the money, he goes and gets another girlfriend or two or three. So at what level would this faithful man be found by a woman who is searching today?
It's a rough one.
Yes.
It's a rough road.
Yes.
Because you see the expectations we put on each other.
Yes.
We need to put it onto one another.
Yes.
Let's put it onto ourselves.
Yes.
One, one of the things that I think in the book of Proverbs that I also find good is when they are defining a good woman. The Bible is also, let's be careful about the choice of words. It doesn't simply say, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It says, he who finds a good woman.
And it's relatives.
So the good actually is defined.
Yes.
That she makes wool for her family.
Yeah.
When she finds wool, she buys it. When she finds a piece of land, she buys it. And she gives credibility to her husband,
prepares a home,
prepares
cooks
a
for
home.
the home, does everything.
I am like, where is this woman?
Yes.
Who gives her husband that good standing?
Yes.
Now, a woman who has given her husband that social standing, that good social standing, has a right to demand faithfulness from her husband.
Yes.
I think so. So, if you have not given your husband good standing among his peers, do you have a right to demand for faithfulness?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yes.
And but how do we get there? You see, we get into marriages for 1,000 reasons.
Yes.
And then it is when we're making vows and we're, oh, so this is what it entails. And we're very good at reciting those vows.
Yeah.
I'll be faithful, I'll be what, I'll do what I have belongs to you, what you have belongs to me. And then in poverty and in abundance, in poverty,
yes.
We've got to be mindful what
we sign for.
Because the God I serve is not a poor God.
Yes.
Why are you signing up for poverty?
Yes.
With all the abundance that God has endowed. And I have always said, God is a God of purpose, a God of plans, not a God of poverty. No, I don't believe in that God of poverty. Yeah. I don't even believe in the God of Matthew chapter 5.
Yeah.
Happy are the poor, happy the kingdom.
They will inherit the kingdom of God.
No.
Maybe they put it just to make somebody comfortable.
No, that is for Africa.
Yeah. In this case, like as we say, looking at what the man goes through, and until when he comes out and they say, she's been there for him. And with all tough times when he got money, the man went away and abandoned the wife. But because we are not given a chance to speak out, what I've been going through, that even physically you've been seeing me there, I lost respect, I lost loyalty, I lost everything of a man while with this wife. The only people will judge you when you've taken that decision. So all in all, what I learned from you, much as you went round, it says that it's only the conditions that make that man faithful in quotes.
Yes and no. That there are a few faithful men.
Yeah.
There are a few faithful men. I once talked to a pastor, and pastor, I'm using it generally, because you know when you use the word pastor, then you think you're talking Pentecostal. Yeah. But pastor is a pastor, really, or a church leader. And I was asking him about his journey with Christ. And it is that illustration that I want to use. And he says that I too go off in my journey of life. I also go off the road of in my journey with Christ, so that by my end of time, or by the time, or when it comes, I am in line. And he used troughs and hills, that if this was the straight line to Christ, he would walk and he finds he has gone offline. Now he says, oh God, forgive me, I've gone offline. Then he comes back. So he says, at the end of time, of my time, may I be walking to or on the line of faithfulness. And so this idea of saying that the demand for faithfulness, yes, there are men out there who are faithful to their wives, and it does not matter whether they are propertied or not, they will still stick to their wives. There are those, a good number, who go astray, okay, or who they are yeah, and they are in the walk of faith. Let's allow them in the walk of faith.
Maybe he's not telling the truth.
No, I am really telling.
Speak from your mind.
Yes.
Give us the percentage of the men who are faithful.
I haven't done the research.
On a scale of 100.
I haven't done the research.
Are you a faithful man? Are you a faithful man?
I am walking in my line of faith.
Are you a faithful?
I am walking in my line of faith.
Yeah.
Yes. Of faithfulness.
Yes.
And just like that pastor.
Yes.
That God should not find me when I have gone astray.
Yes.
But when
I go astray, you correct yourself.
Please put me back.
Put me back on
put me back online.
Yes.
And I think that for those who believe in God, that should be their prayer as men, that go and walk in that line. The line of faithfulness is there.
Is there. So you can walk there, but in case things as humans go astray, it's acceptable. You can
I
pray
am
for
not saying it is
forgiveness.
acceptable. I have not said that. But at least I give business to my pastor. Otherwise, on Sunday, in our Catholic Church, what will I go and confess?
And what will they preach about?
Without sinners, what business do they have?
Thank you so much, guys. It's my pleasure, and it's been very, very humbling. Our topic has been a great one. I know you'll choose what you can take, please. And I asked him still, at what percentage are the men faithful? But as we've seen in our discussion, a man may choose to be faithful because he's poor. He may choose to be faithful, maybe he's not sexually active. He may choose to be faithful, maybe he's next to his God, if it happens to be. But as he says again, that walk on the line of being faithful. Yes, as man can easily be swayed away because of the different conditions. Probably you can be that person who is on the line of becoming faithful. And we should promote faithfulness because, as you see, there's disease, there's so many challenges out there. But again, do not use this against somebody, that because I was poor, you did not respect me. And when I get the money, I'll deal with you. So, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I appreciate being part of this. And as we go on, keeping on the line of
faithfulness.
Thank you. See you next time.
Let's walk that line.